I think that it's important to note that not every street seller needs help, but we can never really know until we talk to them. My name's Augustine. I'm currently 20 and serving as president of Signpost Collective. So what Signpost Collective does is try to nurture relationships with informal street sellers in Singapore and to articulate their individual stories. Signpost was founded in 2019 by a group of Yale NUS students who went down to Clementi MRT station regularly and noticed that actually a lot of street sellers were invisible. And seeing that, they decided to form the ground up and work very closely with the Ministry of Social and Family Development. So we're actually founding members of the Vulnerable in Community Network. Signpost Collective conducts weekly walkabouts across 15 different MRT stations through 5 teams. So basically over 2 hours, we'll go to MRT stations to talk to street sellers, to get to know a bit more about them, and if there is anything, to see how we can help. Over time, we will develop stronger relationships with our street sellers and be able to understand their motivations for selling and see exactly where we can help.
So what kind of perceptions do people usually have of peddlers or street sellers?
Yeah. So the perceptions that people can have tend to vary from pretty good to absolutely horrible. Pretty good in terms of we see them as a group of people who tend to suffer from disabilities and have an entrepreneurial spirit, who are willing to brave the heat and the harassment and the complaints to earn a living for themselves. But on the other hand, you have people who believe that they are part of a syndicate, like a broader syndicate that works together to, hustle people, or they think that they're scammers. That is not true, by the way, across the 160 street sellers that we've talked to. I think that it's important to note that not every street seller needs help.
Okay.
But we can never really know until we talk to them. I always tell my volunteers, go in with a genuine curiosity about the individual. First of all, because it helps to establish trust. Secondly, trying to be too eager to help them might also seem a bit suspicious. Right? I mean, you have to think about it from their perspective. They're constantly scared that someone is going to come and harass them or find them or try to stop them from selling. So naturally, that is something that they're going to be thinking about. I think third, it can be counterproductive to finding out the real issues that they have because of the lack of trust and the fear that they have. There's so many opportunities to help nowadays. You can be as simple as having a conversation with a street seller. Wink, wink. All you need to do is go to, Give Asia volunteer, and then just take a look at all the opportunities you have. I feel like it really is the best time to find something that you care about and make substantial contributions. Yeah. So start small, keep looking, and find something you enjoy.